Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the video lesson. I am Shweta Gupta, your maths teacher, and today I am going to do the revision of lesson number 13 for your second unit test. So, let's get started. Children, you have already learned what is a pattern or what are patterns. So, let us revise it quickly once again. A pattern of numbers is an ordered set of numbers, and their order helps us predict the next number in the pattern. In a pattern of numbers, the numbers appear according to a rule. A pattern of numbers can have whole numbers, common fractions, decimals, or a mix of these. So now children, after revising what is a pattern, let us move to exercise 13a and let us revise some of the sums which we have done earlier and some of the new sums. Okay, so let's begin exercise 13a, and the first question is, it is the B part of question number 1. Write the rule and fill in the missing numbers in each. So first of all, you have to see the numbers in this pattern. The first number is 2.5. Second number is 2. Third number is 1.5. And the fourth number is 1. And you have to fill the missing numbers, the fifth one and the sixth missing number in this pattern. So first of all, we have to find out the rule. What is the rule? According to which the numbers appear in the pattern. So, the rule is a number is equal to previous number minus half. Yes, you can see that the value of the number which are coming in this pattern are decreasing, isn't it? That is why how we get the number in the pattern? By subtracting half or 1 by 2 from the previous number. And for example, when we subtract half from 2.5, which is the previous number, for the next number. So when we subtract half from 2, what do we get? We get the next number 2. In the same way, when we subtract half from the previous number 2, we get the next number 1.5. And when we subtract half from the previous number 1.5, what do we get? We get the next number as 1. So the fifth number will be, the first missing number will be, here the previous number is 1. So we will subtract half from 1 and what do we get? We get half. Okay. So the fifth missing number is half. And the second missing number or the sixth missing number is, you have here the previous number is half and you have to subtract half from the previous number. So half subtracted half is equal to 0. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. So our second missing number is 0. Now children, let's do the second question. This is the C part of question number 1. Again we have to write the rule and fill in the missing numbers. So here the pattern, the first number of the pattern is 7 divided by 81 or 7 upon 81. The second number is 7 upon 27. The third number is 7 upon 9. So children, you can see that the numerator remains the same but the denominator is decreasing. Means the value of the fraction is increasing. That is, the value of the number in this pattern is increasing. So what is the rule? Well, the rule is a number is equal to previous number multiplied by 3. So let us see the first number. The first number is 7 upon 81. And so for the second number, which is 7 upon 27, the previous number is 7 upon 81. So when we multiply 7 upon 81 by 3, what do we get? Well, we will get 7 upon 27. And when we will multiply 7 upon 27 by 3, what do we get? We get 7 by 9. So the first missing number which we have to find out, here the previous number is 7 by 9. So we will multiply 7 by 9 by 3 and what do we get? We get 7 by 3, right? And for the next missing number, the previous number is 7 by 3. So 7 by 3 multiply by 3. So what do we get? We know, you know that the 3 will be cancelled in the numerator and denominator. So what is left? 7. So the next second missing number is 7. Now the third missing number, for the third missing number, the previous number is 7. And so previous number multiplied by 3 according to the rule, it is equal to 21. So the next missing number or the third missing number is 21. Now children, in the next question, the question is find the pattern in the differences of consecutive pairs and fill in the missing numbers. Children, in this pattern, you have to see the consecutive numbers. That is the number which are coming one after the another in the pattern. So, and you have to find out that there is there is a pattern in the difference between the two consecutive number. That is the difference between 22 and 6, the difference between 46 and 22, the difference between 78 and 46, and so on. So let us see the what is the difference. Well, you will see after going through the difference, after watching the difference, you will find the rule, and the rule is what? First of all, let us see the difference. The difference between 22 and 6 is 16, and the difference between 46 and 22 is 24. The difference between 78 and 46 is 32, and the difference between 118 and 78 is 40. So children, can you make out some relation between the difference? Yes, the difference is increasing by 8. The difference between two consecutive pairs of number in this pattern is increasing by 8. 16 plus 8 is equal to 24. 24 plus 8 is equal to 32. 32 plus 8 is equal to 40. So the next difference between the previous number and the next number will be 40 plus 8, 48. So let us see the rule. Well, the rule is the difference between each pair of numbers is written below the number, and the difference increases by 8. So this is the rule, that the difference between the two consecutive pair of number is increasing by 8. So let us find out the missing number. Then difference after 40 would be 40 plus 8 is equal to 48, and therefore the first missing number is equal to 118 plus 48, which is equal to 166. Now the difference after 48 would be 48 plus 8, as the difference is increasing by 8. So 48 plus 8 is equal to 56, right? Therefore, the second missing number is equal to 166 plus 56 is equal to 222. Now children, before moving to the next question of exercise 13a, I would like to revise what is a palindrome. Okay, children, you have already learned palindromes when we were doing lesson number 13. So let us revise it again. Palindromes are words, sentences, numbers, etc. that read the same forwards and backwards. For example, I, pop, level, madam, and radar. They read the same forwards and backwards. So, like I, when I read it from forward, it is EYEI. And when I read it from backward, again, it will be read as EYE. Okay, so same thing apply to all the other words also. So that is why they are the palindromes. Similarly, never odd or even and was it a rat I saw, they read the same both ways. Means when you read it from forward, they will be it will be read as never odd or even, and when you read the never odd or even from backward, then also it will be read as never odd or even. So this is also a palindrome. Numbers like 22, 99, 101, 323, 19,691, and all one digit numbers are palindrome, because when you read them from forward or from backward direction, they will be read as same number, right? So this is all about palindromes. So now let's move to the second question of exercise 13A. Study the pattern in the addition of consecutive odd numbers starting from 1 and find the rule and fill in the blanks. So here you see, first we are adding 1 plus 3, the two consecutive odd numbers, mean the odd number which are coming one after the other in the counting, isn't it? After 1, what is the other next odd number? It is 3. And what is the next odd number after 3? It is 5. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 9. And after 5, which is the next number, odd number? It is 7. So in the third row you can see 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is equal to 16. In the same way, after 7, what is the next odd number? It is 9. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is equal to 25. So children, can you find out the rule? Well, the rule is sum of the odd numbers, consecutive odd number, is equal to number of odd numbers multiplied by number of odd number. So children, in the first one, you can see there are two odd numbers. So 2, number of odd number is equal to 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. The answer is coming 4. In the second one, the total number of odd numbers which are used in addition is 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 9. In the third one, you can see the total number of odd numbers is 4, isn't it? 1, 3, 5 and 7. So there are 4 odd numbers. So 4 multiplied by 4 is equal to 16. So in the same way, in the fourth one, there are the total number of odd numbers is equal to 5. So we are adding 5 odd numbers. That is why 5 multiplied by 5 is equal to 25. So the sum of the 5 consecutive odd number is coming as equal to 25. Therefore, the sum of the first 7 odd numbers will be 7 multiplied by 7, which is equal to 49. And the sum of the first 20 odd numbers is equal to 20 multiplied by 20 is equal to. Now let's come to the next question of the pattern. This is the question number 5. Study the pattern and fill in the blanks. So children, just see, 15 multiplied by 15 is equal to 225. 25 multiplied by 25 is equal to 625. 35 multiplied by 35 is equal to 1225. 75 multiplied by 75 is equal to 5625. So children, how do we get the answer? There is a pattern, there is a rule, and the rule is first digit multiply by first digit plus 1 and the last digit multiply by last digit. So this is the way how we will get the answer. Okay, so let's see, 55 multiplied by 55. So how we will do this sum? Well, what is the first digit of 55? It is 5. So 5 multiplied by 5 plus 1, that is 5 multiplied by 6. Okay, and what is the second digit of the number? It is 5. So 5 multiplied by 5. So our answer will be 3025, where the first two digit will be, the first two digit is 30, which will 30, which will come by multiplying 5 by 6, and the last two digit is 25, which will be coming by multiplying 5 by 5. Okay, in the same way, in the D part, we have to multiply 85 by 85. So what will be the answer? Let us see. 8 multiplied by 8 plus 1, that is 9. 8 multiplied by 9 is equal to 72. The first two digit will be 72 and the last two digit will be, the second digit is 5 in 85. So 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. So my answer is 7225. So this is the answer. The following additions are palindromes. Study the pattern and find the rule and fill in. So children, this is a palindrome because you can see that if you add the number from the beginning or you add the number from the backward side, the numbers are same, right? So in the first case, 1 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 4. In the second case, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 9. In the third case, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 16. And in the fourth case, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 25. So Let us find out the rule. The rule is middle number multiply by middle number, right? So in the first case, the middle number is 2. So we are multiplying 2 by 2. The answer is coming 4. In the second case, the middle number is 3. So we are multiplying 3 by 3 and we are getting the answer is 9. In the third case, the middle number is 4. So we are multiplying 4 by 4 and the answer is 5. So in the same way, we have to find out the last two one. So in the first one, in the first blank, what we are going to do? First, we have to find out the middle number and the middle number is 6. So 6 multiplied by 6 is equal to 36. So our answer will be 36. And in the last one, the middle number is 7. So 7 multiplied by 7 is equal to 49. So the answer is 49. Now children, come to seventh question, the A part of this question. You have to study the pattern in the figure and then you have to fill in. So here you can see the circles and numbers are written inside the circle, and one circle is empty. So you have to write the number in that empty circle. So children, see that there are arrows in this figure, and at the two end of the arrow you can see the numbers, okay, written inside the circle. So let's begin with number 4. So children, the number 4 is at one end of the arrow, and the other end, at the other end of the arrow, what do you see? Number 16. And how do we get number 16? Well, 4 multiplied by 4 is equal to 16. Now let's move to the next number, which is 5, and 5 is at one end of the arrow, and the other end of the arrow, which is the head of the arrow, we can see 25. And how do we get 25? 5 multiplied by 5 is equal to 25. Now let's move to the next number, which is 11. Now at one end of the arrow it is 11, and at the other end of the arrow, which is the head of the arrow, it is 121. And how do we get 121? Well, 11 multiplied by 11 is equal to 121. Now children, the other number which is given, which is written at the head of the arrow, or at the head end of the arrow, is 81. So what will be the number at the other end of this arrow? Well, according to the pattern, the number will be 9 multiplied by 9 is equal to 81. Therefore, the number is 9. Now children, see the C part of question number 7. Study the pattern in each and fill in. Children, in this circle you can see the numbers which are given, that is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 17. They all are prime numbers, and they are the consecutive prime numbers. Prime numbers which are coming one after the other in the counting. See, after 2 you get the 3 as the prime number. The next prime number after 3 is 5, and the next prime number after 5 is 7, and the next prime number after 7 is 11. So the prime number after 11 is 13, and after 13 the next prime number is 17. So the prime number after 17 is 19. And children, you know what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are the numbers that have only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Clear? Thank you, my dear students, for watching the video lesson till the end. I hope you have understood all the concepts which are being taught in this video lesson. Keep watching, keep learning.